the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check, smash.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. 3rd and 2.
Rig alert. Ready.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Daniels. This is swung out to Eckler.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Motion man is Crowder. Throwing now is Daniels. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Safe. Go ahead. Cover 2. Out.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
From midfield, here's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Robinson up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll run again here with Robinson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Third down and 6. And now an audible here into something else.
Here we go. Set.
Motion man is Crowder.
Seven Pirates. Third. Go, Reed. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 30 yards there.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Ready.
To throw is Daniels. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Daniels going to try and throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 10.
All right.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's out to Hill, right side complete. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Ready.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And Washington will have it on a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Good. Hey!
Tua, a final shot before half. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson. 20! Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 64 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They'll come out in the pistol.
Get it! 70 Timberwolves. Go street. Check.
Robinson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Here we go.
To the air goes Daniels. Touchdown! Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's able to get this one out closer to mid. Across the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Achane on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Commander's 41-yard line.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane. 36 yards. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their 1st points of the game, and they come here in this 3rd quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points and not really with a lot of hope. But with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within 8. It's 15-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go.
Now Daniels. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Daniels looking to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Chapter 11. Chapter 11. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
Daniels going to throw for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offense.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Ready? Go.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Okay,
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Check smash, check smash.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a 1st down. What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on 4th down, wind up getting the 1st.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
Rig alert, rig alert.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Hey, smash.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Let's go now. Ready.
They go play action. Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready. Hurt. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Viking 18. Warrior 70. Mustang 19. Ready.
Here's Daniels. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final try for Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. This ball intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Commanders are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home, And you talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off.